What up, guys? Welcome to the profile funnel that has generated me and my clients over $5.6 million in revenue. How to get high-ticket clients that convert from your Instagram in combination with YouTube and LinkedIn. And you don't need all three. I'm going to show you exactly how to extract the most out of just two platforms, which is going to be either IG and YouTube or YouTube and LinkedIn. So by the end of this video, you have a clear idea of exactly what to implement in terms of your positioning, how to increase it, because it's everything. Without the right positioning, you can do all the effort in the world. You will not sign a single client. But with the right positioning, you can do a very little input and even sign $10,000, $20,000 clients. We just had one of our clients who used to be a sales rep, start his own coaching offer and make $6,000 in his first week. And this guy has under 1,000 followers on Instagram, and he just started fresh on LinkedIn with about 300 connections from his past that weren't even his ICP. And he just posted a simple post through our frameworks and was able to sign his first couple high-ticket clients. So if somebody like completely starting out with no following can do that, then why can't you? No reason, right? You absolutely can. You need to understand the three levels of sales. The first one is information. This is simply just talking about what it is. Let's say I was selling coffee. I would tell you coffee is this hot water with certain coffee beans in it that has caffeine in it. It kind of has this bitter taste. I'm simply just talking about what it is. Level two is polarization. So now I might go, hey, coffee is super beneficial because it helps you stay focused and alert. So if you want to have a productive day, you have to drink coffee, right? So now I'm selling you on the benefits of coffee. Now we introduce expertise, skills, results. So instead of going, hey, coffee is good and it helps you focus, I would go, so I've helped over 100 people go from 5K a month to 10K a month with drinking coffee. If you want X result, then you have to do Y. I'm basically selling you on what it gets you. So for example, on my channel, I show you testimonials, I show you case studies, I show you, hey, here's Aryan. He started from complete scratch with us. He was able to build a 50K a month business in 5 months. Here's Lonzi. She went from 5 to 35K a month in 3 months. Here is another person, right? I'm just showing you results. I'm showing you proof of what I do works. So if I combine those two, I will be very good at getting clients. And that's the two you need to master. So then positioning is the ultimate key to selling effortlessly. So on my profile on Instagram and with all the people that we help implement this, we have very clearly client results, client results, client results, client results, as well as belief shifting stories. So if I shift your belief, you're able to get that aha moment, right? Where it finally clicks, where it finally makes sense, which also increases trust because then you get to experience my expertise rather than me just telling you that I'm really good at what I do. So when you feel like, okay, this guy knows what he does, it's great. But when you feel like, oh my God, this guy just gave me an idea or he gave me an epiphany, then you increase the trust because inherently, subconsciously, people know the only thing that gets results is action. If you don't take action, it doesn't matter how valuable the information I give you is, you won't get results. But if I am not able to turn you into an action taker, it doesn't matter what info I give. So if I show you that I get you to have that, oh shit, I never thought about it like that, and you're able to take action in a new way, or you feel a renewed sense of motivation or inspiration, you understand subconsciously this person is able to help me because they make me feel like I can get out of this situation. And positioning will do that for you. Scientific research found that people are 500% more likely nowadays buying from a person rather than a business logo, right? So if you have Instagram page with a business logo and just that we're this business, and you have a person, because in the current market, you have a bunch of products and services, and everybody claims they're the best, right? Everybody claims I have the best product, I have the best service. What becomes the differentiator if everybody is selling the same product? Well, the person who sells it. So then you go, okay, I could buy it from him, I could buy it from him or him, but he seems the most trustable, likable. And then I resonate the most with him, so I'm gonna buy it from him. Because you already understand, especially in the info niche and coaching niche, is that the person will dictate the experience. With that person, you might be like, damn, that's a shit delivery, right? This person is only focused on marketing, but the fulfillment sucks. But the other person, you're like, okay, his marketing is a bit less, but he's super focused on his client and his fulfillment, so I'm getting great results. So that becomes the differentiator. And so it's no longer about, oh, let me just put in my bio, like I help you lose weight or I help you make money. It's about building you as the person that people want to buy from. That's the big shift, going from, oh, how do I make as much educational videos as possible about 3 steps on how to lose weight and what this thing does to your body and how to lift weights, right? I go into my story, my narrative, and who I am and how I figured out how to lose weight, which builds a bond with people, because people know I can get weight loss everywhere. People know I can learn from a bunch of people how to make money, right? And then, the question is if it works. But the way they're gonna be able to differentiate is to who you are. Even with dropshipping, same shift, right? It's very funny if you think about it. The same shift in info and coaching is the same shift in dropshipping. So 10 years ago, buy a random product from a random website. Now, what do all multimillionaires say who do e-commerce? The only thing that really is sustainable and really profitable is building a brand. Old traditional way of dropshipping, what you get is you find a winning product, you will spike, right? You will get a bunch of sales once you find a winning product out of all the ones that fails. You get a spike, you'll ride it for a little bit, and then it will drop down. Same thing every single time. And I've worked with amazing e-commerce coaches, right? Who I helped start e-commerce coaching programs, who I've just, consulted on how to structure a coaching business, all of it. But the point is that every one of them told me the same thing. If you don't build a big brand, you're not gonna be successful dropshipping anymore. You build a profile where people want you. Everybody can figure out a program, especially with AI nowadays. You can just go ChatGPT, fitness program, and it will tell me like, do this, do this, do this, right? So that's not what people want. They buy you, right? People buy coaches, not coaching. And especially as the years go forward, this will be the main differentiator, because AI is only gonna become better and better and better, which doesn't mean you're no longer valuable. It's just the floor rises. Right? So in a world where you're able to get generic information everywhere, what is the differentiator? You, the person who gives it. So now positioning is key, right? Trust is the ultimate currency. Even more important, a lot of people don't talk about this. They'll tell you, oh, attention equals money. Just get a bunch of attention, as much attention as possible. And then you have people who are like, trust is the currency in 2025. Which, yes, partly is true, but you're leaving out a big thing. Attention without trust equals broke. Trust without attention equals broke. You need one more thing, top of funnel. Then we have middle of funnel. Then we have bottom of funnel. Top of funnel, surface, short form, short sales cycle, attention. Middle of funnel, medium sales length, long form content, YouTube, trust. Bottom of funnel, in-person contact, video call, talking to you, commitment. If any of those is missing, you're broke. If you don't have attention but I have trust and commitment, I get nothing, right? Because there's nobody. If I have attention, I have a bunch of people, but they don't trust me, they won't buy. If I have attention and trust, but there's no commitment, I don't have any kind of follow-up or any kind of sales conversion process, they won't buy either. You need all 3. Attention, trust, commitment. So we have to build attention, Instagram. Then in the last video, I showed you exactly how the whole profile funnel works. Where do we send them? YouTube, long form content. They need to build a bond with us. If I watch a YouTube video for, let's say, 5 minutes, and the average watch time on Reels is about 10 seconds for the ease of calculation, then I need to watch 30 Reels for me to be as nurtured as a person on YouTube. The problem is, Instagram is not a platform optimized for depth. What is the last time you sat on Instagram and you tried to find out how to lift weights? You never do that. You never search anything on Instagram. So you want to understand, what is the person's intention on the platform? If I go to Instagram, what do you want? When you go on Instagram, what are you looking for? First of all, you want to check your messages, if you got anyone that sent you something. But second of all, is basically to kill boredom. Nobody goes on Instagram like, yeah, I want to be entertained, I want to have fun, let's go on Instagram. People just go there to fill up time. And so nobody sits there being like, yeah, I'm really looking for somebody to tell me what to do and educate me on all this stuff. But what do people go on YouTube for? To search entertainment and education. So either you go because you want to be entertained, you genuinely go on YouTube to be like, I want to watch a funny video, like Mr. Beast or something, during your food or during your dinner, or you go to learn something, right? How do I design the thing in Canva? How do I set up the Go High Level website? How do I blah, 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 right? So people are here with the purpose to be entertained or educated. And the best form that sells is edutainment. Edutainment. Because this is not top of funnel. It kind of functions as top of funnel. So that's why I say if you would pick one platform, go for YouTube. But edutainment, right, is people want to feel like they're learning. And this is a big shift. You have to understand the intention of the person going on the platform if you want to convert them into clients. So Instagram is terrible as a standalone platform for conversion on high ticket. The lower the price, the faster the sales cycle. So if something is $1, do you need to speak to a sales rep on a 1-hour Zoom call? No, right? You just go, do I want this? Does it look like something that can benefit me? Yes, okay, buy it. But if something is, thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, the sales cycle becomes longer. So the more pricey, the longer the sales cycle. Instagram isn't optimized for a long sales cycle, watching a bunch of 10-second, 15-second reels. No. Right? So the possibility that you're going to convert of an Instagram reel on a $10,000 program or service is extremely low, unless you have your profile optimized and you have hundreds of videos that people are constantly able to nurture themselves over. And you're in a very specialized niche where people are who have a bigger attention span. But that's not common. For most of you, I would say 90% of you, your audience is on this platform because they're distracted, right? How do you sell clarity to somebody that's seeking distraction? So if you want to sell something that's worth $10,000, we have to extend the sales cycle. The only way we can do that is either get them on a call and then have them watch a video, or by just getting them to the channel that already has the long videos. Because then we're able to nurture them and they're able to build trust. And then they naturally get to a place of commitment by seeing the results you create and seeing the case studies and testimonials. So this is extremely important to understand. YouTube, edutainment, it is trust and it's commitment because it's long form. People are able to get to a decision and they're able to go, I want to work with this guy. I've seen enough. I've seen his video. I know what he does. He knows what he does. Let's get to work. Because they see you and they build depth. Instagram is not depth. It's surface. Extremely important. You want to know what you're optimizing for. Are you here or are you here? So if you want to build a digital product, if you want to sell like $20 products, go Instagram. Don't go build a whole fucking YouTube channel. But also if you want to do that, you're going to have massive attention, right? If you want to sell $20, you want to make 20K a month, you need 1,000 people to convert every single month. If you have a 1% conversion rate, it means you need 100,000 people, right, every single month to see your shit and get through your shit and be like, yes, I want that. For most of you, you're gonna make the easiest money high ticket. Because remember, I can get 20,000 with 100,000 people, or I can get, 20,000 by signing 2 clients or 4 clients. Let's say you're selling something 5K, right? You need 4 people. Even if you're selling something 2K, you need 10 people. For most of you, if you already have a following, peanuts. The first $15,000 I made was with like 700 Instagram followers. I could have been like low ticket and those same people would have bought and I would have not had the 15,000. I would have had $100 or something, $200 or something. Now the positioning in the market is the thing you represent. So you want to have a clear enemy. That's the easiest, simple step that you want to take first, which all starts with your ICP, your offer. What are you selling? Because when you're selling something, you're automatically selling against something else. And it's the opposite. It's the alternative. So in the last example, I gave you the example of if you sell meat, then you're automatically selling against veganism and vegetarians and vice versa. So you want to build your enemy, and your enemy will allow you to talk about something in a negative, ranting way, which is very exciting for people and for the top of funnel. Because what is the news focused on, right? The TV, the news on TV, what is it all focused on? Everything that's wrong with the world. Why? Because it gets more clicks, it gets more views, it gets people engagements, because you're triggering people's nervous system. When I go, hey, everything is great and peaceful, and look at this amazing country, and look at this nature park, people go, boring, right? Okay, it's good, fine. But when I go, this is wrong, people go, oh shit, what's wrong? We are literally naturally wired to look for danger, not for peace. Why? Because we don't have to avoid peace. So why would your brain constantly be busy with everything that's good? It's constantly busy with what's wrong. Hey, your funnel sucks. Now you're like, oh, fuck. If I'm like, hey, VSL funnels are great, and you're using VSL funnels, you go, hey, oh, great. You keep scrolling. But I go, okay, VSL funnels are about to die. You go, oh, wait, what? Maybe I have to watch that, right? So you're looking for danger. So you want to create an enemy, something you're selling against. Let's say these are all the options in the market. I want to buy something. There's Jeffrey here, and there's Timmy here, and there's Paul, and there's a bunch of other people, right? If I go, I'm awesome. I'm awesome. I'm awesome. You go, okay, let's check out Jeffrey and Timmy and Paul and see if what they have. And they go, I'm awesome. And they go, I'm awesome. And I'm awesome. What happens? We all sound the same. But if I go, let's say this guy is selling DMs and this guy is selling, I don't know, organic photos. And I go, organic pictures suck and DMs suck, right? And if I then have a clear reason, like a rational, real reason, not just some fake made up bullshit like a bunch of people do, as to why this sucks, then you're like, okay, this is my best alternative, right? So then I logically become the only choice. It's like a scratch card, right? People have a bunch of options in the market and they're looking for what is the best option. And the only differentiator is comparison, because people are only inherently able to understand things through distinction. A lot of times you think, oh, telling people what it is will help them. No, telling people what it isn't, that's what will help them. If I just tell you what it is, you're kind of gonna have assumption, right? If I go, I got this unique acquisition method, and you go, it's probably outreach. I go, and it's not outreach. You go, oh, okay, what is it then? Right? If I say I got this unique acquisition method, it's not outreach, it's not organic, and it's not paid ads, but it gets me a bunch of clients. Now you go, okay, what must it be then? Right? He crossed off the options, so what remains? And this is the way you create your positioning. So it's clear to people like, okay, this guy is against this enemy, and he is for this thing. Because they have to understand. If they don't understand, they cannot buy. A confused mind doesn't buy. They have to know what is the thing that you aren't. Not only what is the thing that you are, what is the thing that you aren't? Are you the guy who's like, I help people get ripped naturally? Or are you the guy that's like, I help people get ripped with tests? It's a different positioning. And the content got to be optimized. So the next time you scroll on Instagram, I want you to be completely mindful. Actually, in fact, after this video, go on Instagram and go watch some of these videos and see if you're able to detect the enemy. And I promise you, in a bunch of reels, you'll suddenly be like, oh my God, this guy's just selling me this thing. So don't now get caught up in, oh, people are trying to sell me. That's a dumb person. A person goes, oh my God, so you're telling me people are trying to sell me? Yeah, of course, everybody does all the time. That's what the whole world is based on. You too, you're also trying to sell something. You gotta get that out of the way. People think sales is bad, that's a dumbass. Because of sales, you bought an iPhone, which changed your life. If you didn't have an iPhone, your life sucks in this current reality. If you didn't have a MacBook, if you didn't have a fucking camera, if you didn't have Instagram, right? They sold you on using the thing and it changed your life and it helped you achieve something. So sales is not bad, sales is just sales. When you buy something and that thing is good, yay. If you buy something and that thing sucks, meh. Right? So sales in of itself is not a bad or a good thing. It just is sales. Right? So don't sit there like, oh my God, people are selling me. I should never engage with anyone. That's a dumbass. You want to look at what's effective. That's the higher frame, right? A dumb mind goes, do I like this person? Yes or no. A smart mind goes, what's effective? So to give you a simple example again, right? Let's say you see an influencer. What do most people do? I don't like him, or I do like him. What do I do? What does he do that I can use for my own goals or dreams or whatever I want to accomplish? I might not like the person on a personal level, but I'm not looking for that. Right? So for example, I made a video on Vincent Fisher's funnel. A lot of people, they hate Vincent Fisher. A lot of people, they love Vincent Fisher. I personally don't care. Why? Because he's not in my bed. I'm not married to him. He's not in my house. I don't even know the guy. All I know is a social media personality that is converting hundreds of people on a monthly basis. So I just look at what does he do to convert people, and is there something from that that I can use for me and my clients to make us more money? So I completely sidestep this whole mechanism of, do I like this person? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Do you gotta go to sleep with him? Are you on a date with Vincent Fisher? Right? In fact, it's kind of gay that you do that. It's kind of gay as a dude to go and look at people on Instagram, other guys, and be like, I like him or I don't like him. What does that matter? You're a dude. You're trying to get to a goal. You have a purpose in life. You have a vision. Don't fucking get distracted. Focus on your purpose and your mission. Don't get distracted by people, whether you like them or not. It doesn't matter, right? Go look at them and go like, okay, what is he doing? What is he doing? How is he doing it? Why is he doing it that way? And take the things that you can use for yourself. Don't take everything. If there are certain parts that you're like, that's not me, don't take it, right? If you don't like certain values or standards that person has, don't take those. Nobody said you have to like the whole person and only then can you accept their beliefs and their ideas. You can separate between beliefs. You can look at a person and be like, a person is just an accumulation of ideas and this values and standards and opinions and experiences. And any kind of value that they have, I can extract and use for my own good. And that's it, right? That's really it. I've made my clients hundreds of thousands, even millions of money, millions of dollars by looking at what other people were doing and taking the most effective things. Not going, oh, I like this person, I don't like him, we're not gonna use his. No. Oh, this person does something that gets a result. Okay, why? Okay, how does it work? Okay, let's implement that. Boom, money. That's how you make money. So guys, positioning is extremely important. The traffic, right? The traffic, the retargeting ads, setting the content assets in place, how to structure your content assets for conversion. So how do you make the long form videos that actually convert the people into clients? How do you get the traffic? How do you do the retargeting ads and everything? But positioning is the first thing, right? Because if you don't have a good profile, running traffic to it is like, it's like spraying water in a garden without seeds. But also, if you have a great profile, but you don't have this, it's like having seeds in a garden, but with no water. Like nothing's gonna grow. You need both, right? Traffic is the fuel to your business. The profile funnel, the profile itself and the content assets and stuff, that's the engine, right? You need the engine and you need the fuel. And the fuel is the people and is your ability to attract and retain attention. Then the water is the trust, right? And the commitment part, where we get people to be like, I like this person, he's awesome, I know what he does, he knows what he does, let's work. That's the bigger part. So if you wanna work with me, again, link in the description, and make sure to subscribe because I'm unveiling all the secrets on this. Also, if you want free resources, message me on Instagram. But apart from that, right, this is gonna be a whole series on a profile funnel that will literally unveil everything you need to know. So go subscribe and see you in the next one. Mwah.